Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and today I'm coming to you with an upcoming projects video. And man oh man, do I got a lot of projects, I guess, in queue now. I have the 3 or 4 guns from D, and I still got some guns I got to get back to my friend Jack number 1, but I saw Jack number 2 today, and I returned the Colt Double Eagle kind of 1911 double action, single action pistol. And he had what I thought was going to be just maybe 2 or 3 things for me to review, but oh my gosh, he loaded me up with a ton of stuff. And some of this stuff is really cool and really rare, and some of it I'm going to have to do some research. Some of it I'm going to have to find some ammunition, and I don't know. I'll show you, and actually I have a couple that I have questions about that maybe you guys can help, because we didn't have answers on everything. So as you can see, I got a ton of stuff here. And we're going to start with the least crazy one of them all, okay? So this one is an HK P30SK, but it has the LEM trigger in it. So it's the trigger system that's kind of like a double action, single action, but really right now it's a really light pull on the double action. Like, it's barely difficult to do that. You know, most of the time when you have a double action pistol, it's really hard and long. Well, that sounded dirty, didn't it? We're talking about HK triggers here, guys. But you have that, and then it will go back a little bit further, and it will fire. It does not have a manual safety on it. And I've never fired any of the HK guns with the LEM trigger. I actually have a P30SK, but it's the version, I think it started off as the version, is it the 3 or the 1? The 1, anyway, it's ambi safety on it. This one also does not have the decocker on the back. So, very interesting gun. I'm very excited about trying out the LEM trigger. So that's like the least crazy gun I have to review. So some of these I got to figure out if I'm going to do a from the vault or a range report on them. So let's just see where we can start here. Let's start off with, okay, we'll start off with some of the AMTs. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? I think it says on the box. All right, so this is the Arcadia Machine and Tool, where is it? Oh yeah, it's over here. This is the Automag 3 in 30 carbine. Okay, so here we go. I think this one is unfired. So essentially, AMT made 1911 style guns in various awkward calibers. And here is the Automag 3 in 30 carbine. Look at that thing. I think it kind of looks like a 1911. I guess it's not really fully a 1911, but it's 1911 inspired. And this is a pistol in 30 carbine. I mean, man. Look at that barrel, that recoil spring. Look at the size of that ejection port, but it has to be for 30 carbine. They say this thing is a flamethrower, but actually is pretty manageable when it comes to the recoil. So that's probably because 30 carbine is designed for a longer barrel, so probably not all of the powder is burnt before it leaves this shorter barrel. It's hard to believe I call this a shorter barrel. And then, of course, you get like a big flash. So this is really cool. Never shot a 30 carbine pistol before. So that's the first one. Let's go ahead and put them all back in the packages here as I get them out, because I really got to go back into the safe and organize them and kind of come up with a plan of what order I'm going to do all these in. And if there's anything about these guns that you guys would like me to show off or that you know about that I don't mention here, please tell me. All right, so it looks like we got another AMT here. I don't know if this box says what it is. And this one is, oh yeah, here it is. Oh boy. So this one I'm going to be kind of scared to shoot. Here is the AMT. This is the Automag 5 in 50 AE. Yeah, the caliber that goes in the Desert Eagles. Look at that thing. Look at the porting on that thing. Man, that is a big old boy right there. Look at that bore. Holy moly. And, man, this magazine's a little bit hard to get out. Of course, let me safety check it. Of course, we got nothing in there, but, man, Oh, it's kind of hard to get out. There it is. Take a look at that magazine. Woo! So I don't know what to do with this thing. I'm kind of scared to shoot it, actually. And so, man, that magazine does not want to go in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's in there tight. All right, so the Automag 5 in 50 AE. I didn't even know there was another pistol besides the Desert Eagle that took 50 AE. So there is the markings on it. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. I'm telling you, my channel is going to have content that no other firearms channel has. I think it already does. So as I said, I'm literally like the luckiest firearms YouTuber in the world. All right, I think I got one more. Yeah, I got one more AMT. All right, so here's the last AMT. And this one is in a caliber I really don't know much about. And Jack is trying to get me some ammo for this. This is the Automag 4 in 45 Winchester Magnum. Yeah, I don't know anything about 45 Winchester Magnum. Big old long barrel on that thing. And there's the markings on that one. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. See, what does it say here? This one says IAI, but I'm assuming it's the same company. Maybe they changed their name at some point. Made in the same place, just has a different manufacturer. So it says IAI, but the box says it's AMT. So they all come with one magazine. So that's all I get. These were not known to be super reliable, but I guess if you want a 1911 inspired firearm and 45 Winchester Magnum, I guess it's about the only place you're going to be able to go to enjoy that. So yeah, that's pretty interesting as well. All right. Speaking of another interesting firearm, we got something from Coonan Arms. And this, I think you already know where we're going with this one. If you like 1911 inspired firearms, but chambered in weird calibers, here we go. Have you ever wanted a 1911 chambered in 357 Magnum? Yeah, a revolver caliber. So this is the Coonan. I guess the model is the 357 Magnum Automatic is what they call it. There's the markings on it. Yeah, it's definitely 1911 inspired. And once again, we got a huge old ejection port here. And the grip is humongous. Now, what's really cool about this one is a very low digit serial number. In fact, it is in the very low 100s. In fact, it's less than 120. So this is literally one of the very first ones that was ever made. But there you go. You ever wanted a 1911 357 Magnum? Well, this is where to go to get one right here, I guess, if you can even pick one up. Because I think they're out of business. I don't think they make them anymore. I remember for a while they were in business. I don't even know the history of the company. That's one of the things I'm going to have to go do some research on. So let me go ahead and put this one back in the box. And I got to take care of these boxes. These are all like original packaging and everything. So, all right, so there's that one. All right, next up, we have, let's go with the Colt next. Then we got a Colt. You guys know I love Colt pistols. And this is a gun that I've always wanted to shoot and review. Here we go, the Colt Woodsman. And it's my understanding this is actually one of the early ones. And this is another one I got to go do research on. So 22 long rifle. These are supposed to be pretty darn good quality. We get 2 magazines with this. And it's my understanding that these are the old style. They're supposed to be very, very valuable, where you have the bluing up until just the top. But yeah, so it feels quality. Let me show you the markings on this one. Let me see here. So there's the Woodsman, and there is the branding of Colt. 22 long rifle. It has that kind of Luger angle to the grip. Always wanted to shoot one of these as a Colt fan. So I'm finally going to get my opportunity to do that. And it's in the original box. And man, let's see here. I don't know if it has any date on it. I'll have to do a serial number check on it. All right, then we got 3 Smith & Wessons. 3 Smith & Wessons. Okay, so the first one here is, I believe, a Model 19-2. Yes, this is a Model 19-2 in 357 Magnum. And nice size for a 357 Magnum. I bet this thing's going to be a beast to shoot in 357, but 38 should be pretty nice. Being that it's a -2, it does not have the famous Hillary hole, where they have the lock. You also have the firing pin on the hammer, which everyone loves. And you also have the recessed cylinders. So if you can see in there, it's very indicative of the guns from the 60s and I think in 70s. The recessed cylinders, everybody loves those. So that's just going to be a cool little revolver here. And let's see, put that back in here. It's hard to believe this is all in the original box and has all the original paperwork and everything. It's crazy. All right. Then we have, see, which one is this one? One of these I want to do last. I think, okay, it's this one I want to show next. Yes, okay, here's another one I've always wanted to review because I wanted to see what it was all about, because people have said this is just one of the nicest 22 pistols ever made, and people have been begging Smith & Wesson to bring them back out. But everything they do in 22 is all like polymer and kind of cheaper. But this is the old Model 41. So let's see what the dash is. It's just a Model 41 22 long rifle, and it's their target pistol. I know I got to clean this one up. It's a little bit grimy inside. It's kind of dirty in there. But let me tell you, just kind of running this little action here, that thing is like butter. Oh my gosh. But something I noticed about it is the placement of the magazine button. Look at that. It's like recessed into the grip right there. That's not going to make it easy to drop the magazines. But a Smith & Wesson Model 41. Yeah, that is really, really cool. This one definitely needs to get cleaned up. I think I have 2 magazines with it. And take a look at this. Take a look at this. Here's the other magazine still in the original paper. I don't even know if this thing even has a date on it. Let's see. Here's some of the original paperwork. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one has something on it down here. Okay, so this one says, well, what's written on it down here says September the 5th, 1969. So something about something in Boston. So maybe this is when the gun was originally, it says sent in July 28th of 69. So this gun is from 1969 at least. And this magazine is still in the original paper. Yeah, that is pretty darn awesome. It looks like the gun's been shot. I mean, the box has not been saved in a place where I think it avoided water damage, but inside the box seems to be good. Oh, take a look at this. I think I found it. This one says September the 16th, 1969 right here. So lots of different date stamps on this thing. That is really cool. All right, and the last one I got to show you guys, I actually am going to have a question because Jack didn't have an answer to this, and I'm unfamiliar with this model, okay? And there's a question on what caliber this can shoot, okay? We're definitely sure it can shoot 22 Hornet, and we think 22 Magnum, but can it shoot 22 long rifle? But let me show you what it is here, okay? So we have this revolver, and it says 22 Magnum on the barrel, okay? I open it up, and it says it's the Model 53-2, okay? So that's where my research is going to have to begin. And so we have a chamber here that if you look in the front, it's definitely for a 22 caliber projectile, but in the back, it's pretty darn large. So obviously this is designed for 22 Hornet, okay? Now you also get these, what I'm going to assume is these conversion pieces. So maybe if you want to shoot either 22 long rifle or 22 Magnum, which I don't know which one you can do, you get one of these. So these obviously go into the chamber here. And so you would be able to load 22 long rifle or 22 Magnum in them, okay? Maybe Magnum, I don't know. As I said, if you know this model, help me. As I said, I'm going to do my own research. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these things. 6 of these things. So just enough to go in the cylinders. And you got all 6 of them in the packaging here. And you also get an extra cylinder. And this one obviously is for 22. And I'm going to assume 22 Magnum because when I look through the cylinder, I don't see any kind of ledge in there which would indicate 22 long rifles. So people that know this gun and these calibers a little bit better than me, if you could tell me in the comment section what this thing really shoots and what it's designed to shoot properly. So I'm assuming 22 Magnum because that's what's on the side of the gun, 22 Hornet, and I guess with these conversion things, maybe 22 long rifle? I don't know. But here it is, a Smith & Wesson model 53. Let me just double check. Yeah, 53-2. So the cylinders or the chambers are recessed into it. And this one has a transfer bar. So it does not have a firing pin on the hammer. But even look at that. It has a really interesting kind of a top to it there. Normally, I don't see anything serrated on the top of a hammer. So that is really, really interesting. I don't even know the date of this one. Maybe it's in the box. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, this one does have the date in the box. April the 15th, 1955. April the 15th, 1955. So that's what I'm dealing with when it comes to this piece right here. So this is definitely a piece of history. So tell me what you know about it. Have you guys ever shot it? And what calibers are safe to shoot through it? As I said, I'm assuming 22 Magnum, and I'm going to assume 22 Hornet. I don't know if 22 long rifle would be appropriate with it. So I know there's some people that say you can't shoot 22 long rifle and 22 Magnum. Or maybe you can, but it's not optimal. Tell me in the comment section. Because I think it has to do with the projectile itself. So, of course, I just want to take care of this. But that's where some research and you guys can come in and help me. So what do you guys think of all these amazing guns? And I have no idea what I'm going to start with because I got to do my research and kind of plan this one out. There's so much to do. Some of these I may not shoot because I might not be able to get the ammo for it. So I might have to do just like a from the vault video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I gotta organize this and put my thoughts together. So let me know what you guys think, and are you interested in any of these really, really cool pistols? So there you go. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you made it to the end of this video, the word of the day is going to be cool. Cool, because while maybe not all these guns will interest all of you, but you have to admit, they're kind of cool. They're all cool. They're all really cool. So cool is the word of the day. Use it in the comment. I know you watched to the end. So I got to get going. Got to go put these in the safe and start thinking about what I'm going to do with them and in what order. So, as always, thanks for watching.